Welcome to Motivational Humanity. You are not alone.
You don't need a massive life reset. You don't need to move to Bali, quit your job, or wake up at 4 a.m. You need something quieter, smaller, gentler. Because real change, the kind that lasts, isn't loud. It's built in silence. It's built in micro habits, tiny, consistent acts of courage that slowly rewire who you are. A few years ago, I hit what I called my reset moment. You know, the one when everything feels broken and you tell yourself, that's it. Tomorrow, I'm changing my entire life. I bought new journals, a new morning routine, a new workout plan. I deleted my social media, made vision boards, and even signed up for a meditation retreat. It looked beautiful for about 10 days. Then life came back. The kids needed help. Deadlines piled up. Old fears whispered, see, you'll never change. I realized I didn't need a glamorous reset. I needed something smaller, something real. So I made one simple rule: be 1% braver every day. That meant saying no to one thing that drained me, drinking one more glass of water, taking 5 deep breaths before reacting. 1%, not perfection, and slowly my life didn't explode into change, it evolved, quietly, peacefully, authentically. Here's what I want you to understand. Real change doesn't happen when we try to do everything at once. Our brains are wired to protect us from sudden, overwhelming shifts. When we attempt a complete life overhaul, our nervous system interprets it as a threat. It whispers, you can't handle this. Better stay the same? And so, even the most determined intentions often collapse under the weight of resistance. But micro habits are different. Tiny, deliberate actions, so small they almost feel trivial, teach your brain that change is not dangerous. Drinking 1 extra glass of water, pausing for 5 slow breaths, sending a short text of gratitude, these are not glamorous acts. They are quiet, almost invisible victories. Yet each one tells your nervous system, you are safe. You can trust yourself. You can grow without fear. It's in these small moments that the foundation of lasting change is laid. Each micro habit, repeated consistently, becomes a signal to your brain that you are capable of transformation. And the magic is this: it doesn't require willpower or motivation. It doesn't demand perfection. It only asks for presence and courage. The courage to choose one tiny action today, and another one tomorrow, and then again the next day. What's remarkable is how this approach reshapes not just what we do, but who we believe we are. Instead of feeling like change is impossible or too scary, we start to see that transformation is approachable, even gentle. The small victories compound quietly, steadily, until one day you look up and realize you are not the same person you were last year. And it didn't happen in a dramatic explosion. It happened in the tiny, consistent whispers of courage, self-trust, and care. Every time you follow through on a tiny habit, you're doing something far more profound than you realize. You're not just building discipline or checking a box. You're proving something to yourself about who you are and what you're capable of. Each small, deliberate action becomes a quiet declaration: I am the kind of person who shows up for myself. Think about it. Identity is not built in grand gestures or overnight transformations. It's built in repetition, in the small choices that we make when no one is watching. When you brush your teeth at night, take a brief walk, or pause to breathe before reacting, you are silently shaping the person you will become. You are quietly teaching yourself that you can be trusted, that your word to yourself matters, that you are worthy of your own care. And here's the beautiful part: consistency doesn't just build habits, it rewires your sense of self. With each small action, you begin to shift from who you think you should be to who you actually are capable of becoming. Over time, the accumulation of these micro acts of courage rewrites your internal story. You stop defining yourself by the failures, the slips, the moments you didn't measure up. Instead, you start defining yourself by the quiet, steady victories, by the moments when you showed up, even imperfectly, but faithfully, for your own life. This is the power of micro habits. They are not just routines. They are identity builders. They remind you that change doesn't have to be dramatic to be meaningful. And when you embrace this, something shifts in your psyche. You stop waiting for permission from anyone or anything to grow. You stop believing that you need a big moment or a perfect plan. Instead, you trust that sustainable transformation happens one deliberate, compassionate choice at a time, quietly, relentlessly, beautifully reshaping who you are from the inside out. Here's the truth about growth: it's rarely glamorous. It doesn't arrive in neat, Instagram-ready moments. It doesn't come wrapped in dramatic gestures or life-altering decisions. Growth is messy, it's repetitive, it's quiet. It happens in the spaces where no one is watching, in the moments that feel too small to matter. And yet these are the moments that change everything. The temptation of a big glamour reset is powerful because it promises instant transformation. It tells us that if we just start over, if we just make a bold, sweeping change, everything will suddenly be perfect. But real change doesn't work that way. Our hearts and minds are not designed for shock therapy. They are designed for gentle evolution, for tiny steps that build resilience, trust, and self-awareness. Each micro habit is a lesson in patience, in self-compassion, in courage. When you honor small acts, choosing kindness over irritation, showing up for yourself instead of avoiding the work, taking 5 deep breaths instead of reacting impulsively, you are learning how to grow with grace. You are teaching yourself that you can face discomfort without collapsing, that you can navigate uncertainty without self-judgment, and that you can embrace a vulnerability without shame. These tiny, consistent actions accumulate, like drops of water filling a jar, until suddenly you realize your life has shifted. You are stronger, calmer, and more resilient. Not because you forced it, but because you allowed it to emerge naturally, patiently, and consistently. Sustainable change is about gentleness, not force. It's about showing up again and again for yourself in ways that feel safe and sustainable. It's about choosing progress over perfection, courage over fear, and authenticity over appearances. And in this quiet, unglamorous, human process, you discover something extraordinary. Real transformation is not a moment. It's a lifelong practice. It's micro habits. It's consistency. It's love for yourself in the small choices every single day. So today, don't try to change your entire life. Change one small moment, one thought, one habit, one choice. Ask yourself, what's one tiny thing I can do today that my future self will thank me for? Maybe it's speaking kindly to yourself in the mirror. Maybe it's going for a 5-minute walk. Maybe it's just taking a breath before reacting. Because sustainable change isn't about becoming someone new. It's about returning to who you've always been, one small act of courage at a time. If this message spoke to your heart, hit subscribe and join our community of women who are healing, growing, and learning to live with intention. One gentle human, micro habit at a time.